Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. I got to tell you, I'm not having the best of days. On Sunday mornings, I like to come on here and do a little thing that we call the Supplemental. I like to have a good time with my family and friends. We do some silly stuff. It's not a big deal. Everyone loves it. But what you don't know, what you can't possibly know, is the amount and level of frustration that I go through on a regular basis. Still waiting for the thing over there to light up. Clearly identifying the fact that I, in this frame, don't match what's over here. I get it. I cannot explain how frustrated I am. Roger and James, they both commented on a video that no longer exists because I had to take it down so I could start anew, afresh, if you will. And here we are. So I'm just gonna do the best I can do, and you're just gonna have to suffer along with me. If you're here for the ride, awesome. If you're not, well, tough tatas. Big old cities in Celebrity Jeopardy. That was the name of a category. Big old cities. And not one time, good morning, Roger. Good to see you, my friend. Not one time when someone called on the category big old cities was I thinking about big old cities. I was thinking about something that rhymes with cities. I've been recently told that I needed to change my voice on the national days of the week. I needed to change my voice because I sounded a lot like a panther that is not of the pinkish variety. I sounded a lot like Snurdly. Does Snurdly sound right? Shurdly, Snurdly. Yes, like that. Not the Pink Panther, but a panther of the pinkish. Not kitties. Oh, man, I miss you so much, man. I every once in a while I get to talk about my old Chiefs, and you're one of the favorite Chiefs I get to talk about. Your impressions were always on point, and your impression of Tremolini still brings a smile to my face. You're a very good impressionist, good sir. All right. It wasn't Snurdly. I'll remember it. It'll come to me later. Anyway, let's get things started with your national days of the week. Because he told me I had to change my voice, you know. Monday, May 18th, is National Visit Your Relatives Day. If you have lived life right, you do not live near your relatives. Going to see your relatives is something that takes effort, as if them coming to see you, different camera, them coming to see you also takes effort. You shouldn't live across the street, a.k.a. Ray Barone. You shouldn't live across the street from your relatives. It's too close. It's too convenient. You should live at least 2 hours. The goal is to live 2 hours away from your relatives and to visit them on occasion. Holidays, you know, surprises, but not many surprises because it's 2 hours away. It's 2 hours there. It's 2 hours back. That's 4 hours just in travel time. You have to have a reason to go visit your relatives. And on Monday, May 18th, there's no better reason. The National Visit Your Relatives Day. I like that one. It was nice, tight, clean, easy. Moving on. I don't give a two shits about. We'll do that. We'll do it anyway. Tuesday, May 19th, It's National Barber Mental Health Awareness Day. If you could only put a couple more words in there. I don't mean to sound selfish, but my barber's mental health and my bartender's mental health, not my problem, okay? I don't care about my barber. I don't care about my bartender. I don't care about other people's mental health. And I'm definitely not celebrating an awareness of their mental health. Dog Groomer Mental Health Awareness Day. Nope, not doing it. Don't care. I don't care. And if you're a barber and you have mental health issues, go see someone. Don't tell me, because I don't care. But I'm also not the guy who dumps on my barber. I am of the Caucasian persuasion. So my barber and me have no relationship whatsoever. My barbers over the years have never had any relationships. And the only time I've ever lost a barber, Mateo in Spain, he cut my hair like the day before he died. And then he died. Had pancreatic cancer, and it had been eating him alive for a long period of time, but he came to work every day and he did his job. And he cut my hair the day before he died, and a week later I came back and there's a memorial set up at his chair. I'm like, ¿Dónde es Mateo? And they were like, Mateo es no más. He's no more. He's gone. And they told me the story, and that made me feel sad. But you know what Mateo never dumped on me? Any of his mental health issues. If I were to share my mental health issues with my barber, no, I'm not doing that either. I'm not doing it. But if you do, if you dump your problems on your barber, you got to realize that's probably messing with them, right? That they're probably causing some mental health issues. And on Tuesday, May 19th, you can think about that on National Barber Mental Health Awareness Day. That's a long one. Hey, Ma, good morning. Good to see you out there. Where's the rest of the clan? Anybody else out there with you? No? Maybe? Possibly? Anyway. Oh, I don't know what that is, so I'm not doing that. We're going to do that. Wednesday, May 20th, is National Rescue Dog Day. I love to tell this story. Hey, Robert, good to see you. I love to tell this story about my dad. My dad was he was a rough guy, you know. He's rough, and he wasn't good at expressing love to his 4 sons. But as we all grew up and left the house, he decided it was time to share the love in his heart with a puppy. And he went to a kill shelter where, I don't know if you understand how a kill shelter works, but either they find a home or they kill the dog. And he went to a kill shelter and he tried to adopt a dog, and they denied him. They would have rather put the dog to death than give it to my dad. So I guess he put on his big boy pants, and the next time he went to get another rescue dog, he had a smile, and he was loving and caring, and they let him take home the dog that he named, or maybe it was already named, I don't know, Bear. And Bear was a good dog to my dad. And Bear was a rescue dog. We We recently lost the greatest puppy ever. Still hard to talk about. My friend Pete Cady says the easiest way to get over losing a dog is to get another dog. It's too soon, man. It's too soon. But I've thought about it, and I say I am always going to be a Ridgeback dad. Always. And the wife's like, the next one, let's get a rescue. Yeah. We'll get a rescue as long as it's a Ridgeback. Because that's my puppy. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that. It's still fresh. It's still fresh. Mercy. Yeah, we won't be doing that. Anyway, I don't care how you acquire your dog, whether it's from a puppy mill or whether it's from a rescue. I don't care how you acquire your dog. All I know is when you get a dog, and of course, rescues are doesn't it feel good to rescue a dog? Well, it also feels good to just get a dog. But whatever the situation is, you just got to love the dog with all you got. For the very short period of time that you have them, you love them with everything that you can. And that is what makes a dog, whether it be a rescue or whether it be natural birth, I don't know. Whatever it is, think about that on Wednesday, May 20th. National Rescue Dog Day. I can't believe it was a Jack Russell that Dad didn't fit with. Yeah, I know. All right. Oh, okay. Sure, let's do that. In the spirit of my friend Brandon, let's do this one. Am I still looking wrecked? Sorry. It still hurts. You definitely were a rescue. Thursday, May 21st, is National Eat More Fruits and Vegetables Day. I can't think of a downside to that. I really can't. Unless you're taking apparently any kind of medication. I didn't learn until recently that grapefruit is bad. Okay, I always thought grapefruit was good. I know people that were trying to lose weight would eat grapefruit, and grapefruit was good for all the things. But I have recently learned through the wonderful advertisements that grapefruit is not good for anything. It causes bad reactions to all kinds of medicine, to include the controlling of the births. So, it's funny to me because they used to say, it's okay, it's 100% natural. If I were ever curious about something that I was going to eat, I would I don't know, and they would say, don't worry about it, it's 100% natural. And then one day I realized, yeah, so is arsenic. 100% natural. I don't know how that got me off on that. I'm just going to say that eat more fruits and vegetables day. It's a good day to eat more fruits, but probably more importantly vegetables. I don't know of any vegetables that are bad for you, but as far as fruits go, you can. Our friend Chick Brew is deathly allergic to mangoes. That's a fruit. And grapefruit can affect your birth control and your heart medication. That's a fruit. A kumquat is offensive in name alone. I don't know why I continue to look at that camera. I'm so used to that camera working that when it's not working, I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway, I would recommend more vegetables. You should definitely eat more vegetables. But the day, Thursday, May 21st, is National Eat More Fruits and Vegetables Day. Moving on. That's love coming from your eyes. Yes, dogs are a great companion. Gas is the downside. Ruby red with a dash of salt, delightfully delicious, so she saith. Yeah, I'm a big fan of grapefruit. I'm stupid. I would eat them like an orange. I would peel them and eat them as if it was an orange. But turns out, can't do that anymore. It will kill me. Yeah, not a lot of good choices there. So we're gonna go with. We'll do that one. I can do something with that. Friday, May 22nd, is National Solitaire Day. I don't know what kind of money Big Solitaire is putting into their ads, but here's what I can tell you. If your phone is anywhere near my listening voice, it's going to hear the word solitaire, and you're going to start getting ads for various sites out there where you can download and play solitaire. There are many, many commercials featuring many unfit, unqualified actors. Really bad acting. But they get paid every time one of those commercials plays. And they play incessantly. So you go on there and you're like, you're thinking about solitaire. It shows up in your feed, and then you get one of these stupid ads where it shows people with tons of money that they won playing solitaire online. Let me tell you, there is no money to be won. Any money that you do win, you will lose. You will lose it. I'm not saying the games are rigged. I'm just saying I have played an entire game of 4 money solitaire and not found a single ace. In other words, the aces were buried so deep in the pile that no matter what cards I moved and in what order I moved them, I never got to send a card home. I've had that happen more than once in a row. Feasibly impossible. Speaking of impossible, a factorial. Do you know what a factorial is? A factorial is the amount of possibilities in a single deck of cards. In that, a factorial of 52 is so enormous, is so big, it's such a large number, that no single hand of cards has ever, in the history of mankind, been the same. Think about that. 52 factorial. And then think about the fact that somehow they buried all the aces. More than once. And you cannot make money playing solitaire online. You cannot. I cannot stress this anymore. If you never listen to anything I've ever said before, listen to this one simple fact. You cannot make money playing solitaire online. I don't care what the ads of bad actors try to convince you of. You cannot make money playing solitaire online. If you're going to play solitaire, do it for free and have fun. If you're going to play online thinking that you're going to get rich, you're wrong. So wrong. Think about that on Friday, May 22nd. National Solitaire Day. What do we got over here? We got fake news is factorial. That's funny. Montana, where pyramid solitaire are great, aggravating, and no money exchange, but challenging. Oh, boy. But we'll try. I don't know. I see these for the first time when I see them. So I try to come up with something in my brain as quickly as possible to entertain you. I chose that one. I've since changed my mind, and I'm choosing this one. Saturday, May 23rd, is National Cooler Day. When it comes to coolers, do not spend a ton of money on a cooler. There's no need. I see them all the time. The Yetis, I think igloos have gone up in pricing. Yeah, you need some styrofoam and some ice. And if it gets crushed, if it gets left behind, if it gets thrown in the garbage, not a big deal. That's all you need. Just a styrofoam container and some ice. That is a cooler. The amount of money that people spend on some of the name brand coolers is mind-boggling. Why? Why? How much do you drink where you need sub-zero temperatures? No, you don't. You don't need that. Don't do that. A cooler, cheap, economical, temporary. We've got a yard sale coming up. And at our yard sale, I will once again put all the coolers that I used to lay out. I mean, I needed coolers because every week I was bringing cold beer to my half-minded friends so they could drink along with me. And the beer needed to be cold and needed to be in a cooler. But I haven't been hashing in over 5 years. So every time we have a yard sale, I put the coolers out there for sale. Just offer me something to take them away. No one ever takes the coolers. Which means you don't need a cooler. And these are good coolers. Got a handle, got wheels, all that. June 6th, I believe, is our yard sale. You can come out and get a cooler if you want it. Think about that on Saturday, May 23rd. National Cooler Day. I got some comments over here. Yeti, you got a Yeti. It's a conversation starter. No, it's a stupid waste of money is what a Yeti is. Styrofoam and ice. Real simple. And effective. And honestly, you don't even need the styrofoam. You can get a plastic bag. A bag normally used for refuse. And fill it with ice and put your products inside it. And it will keep it cool and water-free. Amish, tell them it preserves butter. Butter is just churned milk. All this time, they got me thinking that butter's really bad for you, but it's just churned milk. It's not that bad. Because milk isn't bad, is it? Oh, we got some choices here. I think we'll do this. I think we'll do this. I'm also thinking about the ComCom char. I'm thinking in advance of my next move and how I'm going to do the ComCom char because I just want to play a commercial that I'm doing for a friend of mine that's coming here anyway. Is your birthday on the 24th or the 25th? It's one of those, right? 24th or 25th? Which is it? Tell me now. It doesn't matter. I'll call you both days. I'll call you both days. It's the 25th. Okay, well then this one doesn't work out. So we're going to do it anyway. Sunday, May 24th is National Brothers Day. I say over and over I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. I actually have 3 brothers, but I always let them decide on which one of them is the sister. This week, it's David. Last week, it was Robert. If you have brothers it is important that you torture them as often as possible. And when I say torture, I don't mean like torture. I'm like rib, have fun with, goof around with. My wife has a brother, and he's a special someone. He is. It's like a male version of my wife, with less testosterone. I have 3, and I love them immensely. And if you have brothers, it wouldn't hurt you. It wouldn't hurt you to be appreciative of them, even especially brothers from another mother's. Yes, because I have a lot of them. I have a lot of brothers. What's up, brother? A lot of brothers out there that are not necessarily of my lineage, but they're still brothers to me. I don't care how you claim them, adore them, and support them. Just think about them all on Sunday, May 24th. National Brothers Day. Brother. All right, let's see if I can pull this off. What I want to do is tell you about my friend Wilmsey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, T. All right, we're going to stop it there, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to do the thing, and I'm doing the thing. Can I shoot? Doggone it. I'm going to make a new one. It's going to be nothing but a screen capture. All right. And it's going to be that one. That one. Okay. T-Bone from the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. I've got a special ad for the Comedy Zone. This month, the Comedy Zone, in honor of military appreciation, has got a special offer that I want you to know about. Veterans, you, and up to 3 people can laugh for free. That's you, the veteran, active duty. Yeah, it's just boring. I'm not doing that. Quickly, if you don't mind, can you tell me, is there an echo? Have you noticed an echo? Because if I've been echoing all this time because I didn't push that button, and none of you told me, I am upset with you. So anyway, for those of you in the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area, my friend Will C. is going to be coming here. He's going to be here at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone this weekend, the 22nd and 23rd. If you are a veteran, veterans plus 3, the veteran and up to 3 guests can get in for free to the Harrisburg Comedy Zone for my friend Will C. That's Friday and Saturday. There's a good ad on my page. Please find it and share it, especially if you know veterans that live in or around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area. It's the Harrisburg Comedy Zone, hbgcomedyzone.com, or Harrisburg Comedy Zone, onebigword.com. Not one big word, harrisburgcomedyzone.com. That's one big word, harrisburgcomedyzone.com. This has been, okay, no echoing. Thank you. Because I have had that in the past where I have been echoing and no one notified me. So, sorry, I got a big old lump in my throat. Let's move on to This Week in History, trivia style, brother. We have 7 questions based on the previous week in history. They are all set to medium difficulty, and they all have multiple choice options. Here we go. In 1997, which chess grandmaster lost a famous match to IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue? A chess grandmaster lost a famous match to IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue, in 1997. Here are your options. Was it Bobby Fischer, Gary Kasparov, Magnus Carlsen, or Anatoly Karpov? Robert pops in. Roger pops in with the best answer, the Russian guy. Robert pops in with Bobby Fischer. James got lost along the way, so I don't think he's going to show up today because he was watching the other, and then I had to restart, and he's gone. That means the entire Taney clan, I really enjoy from week to week, not beeth here. Roger is going to go with Fisher, not the Russian guy, as he originally stated. Anybody else out there want to get their answers in? I'm going to give you the time now to do it. Mama, she goes with Fisher as well. I swim upstream. I believe it was Gary Kasparov. I do. Because Bobby Fischer, he's a has-been. Grand chess master, whatever. Kasparov, I'm pretty sure it was Kasparov, but we'll find out together. Question number 2. Which U.S. state became the 49th state in 1959? Which U.S. state became the 49th state in 1959? Was it Alaska, Hawaii, Arizona, or New Mexico? Robert pops in with an early answer. He thinks it's Alaska. Which was first, the chicken or the egg? Was it Alaska, or was we know it's down between the two. It's either Alaska or Hawaii. It's not Arizona. It's not New Mexico. Roger pops in also with Alaska. The question is, was it Alaska or was it Hawaii that became the 49th state in 1959? I'm waiting for another answer. Typey, clicky, clicky. Come on now. I don't want to give my answer until you give yours. I'm waiting on yours. Because I keep on waiting on the world to change. She's not there. There he goes. She is saying Alaska as well. You know what? I think you're all right. I'm going to agree. I believe it is Alaska. In 1929, the first Academy Award ceremony was held in what city? I keep looking at that camera, so I'm so used to that camera. Sorry. In 1929, the first Academy Award ceremony was held in what city? Was it the second city? Was it the first city? Was it the third city? Or was it the gay city? Was it Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, or San Francisco? Robert, continuing the trend of being the first one to answer, says Los Angeles. I am waiting everyone else's response before I give my answer, but the second city being Chicago, the first city being New York, the third city being Los Angeles, and the gay city, as we all know, San Francisco. Roger, he's going with East Coast, West Coast vibes here. He's saying it's New York City. And there's only one other contestant out there playing today who is the slowest of the slow when it comes time to get your answer in. There she goes. She says San Francisco. Interesting. I believe in 1929, the first Academy Award ceremony was held in the same place that it's been held ever since. Hollywood, California, more specifically, Los Angeles. We'll find out together. Again, I don't know the answers. We find out the answers together at the end when I type in answers, please, and it gives me the answers. Question number 4. Which famous female aviator? Nothing else matters. I don't need to read any more portion of what this question is, because there's only one famous female aviator. Only one. Nothing else in this question matters. So if you know who the one famous female aviator is, you can answer this question without me finishing the rest of the question. But the question is, Earhart. Yeah, you guys got this. What famous female aviator disappeared over the Pacific Ocean in 1937? Your options, it doesn't matter. You all said Earhart. Yes, absolutely correct, Amelia Earhart. It doesn't even matter. Harriet Quimby. That's funny. Question number 5. What theme park officially opened in California in 1955? 1955, what theme park officially opened in California? Your options are Universal Studios Hollywood, Disneyland, Six Flags Magic Mountain, or Knott's Berry Farm. I think Legoland would have been a good option to throw in there too. There's Knott's Berry Farm, Legoland, Six Flags, Disneyland, Universal Studios. They got a lot. Robert, Roger, and Ma, they all say Disneyland. And I agree with them. It is Disneyland. How do you remember which one is which? You got Disneyland and Disney World. How do you remember which one is which? I remember because Walt Disney started the Disney World in the swamp in Florida. And then later he bought land. That's how I keep it in my brain. Oh, here's a fun one. What famous criminal couple were killed by police in Louisiana in 1934? What famous criminal couple? Do you know a lot of famous criminal couples? Probably not. And if you could think of a criminal couple, this is probably the very first one that comes to mind. As Robert just answered, as Roger just answered, here are your multiple choice options. Was it Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, Jesse and Frank James, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, or Machine Gun Kelly and Pretty Boy Floyd? Funny. These are your options, but what famous criminal couple was killed by police in Louisiana in 1934? Still wait. There's your, okay. We all agree. It was Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I disagree. Hell hath no fury like a woman that you can manipulate into committing murder, whether it be Helter Skelter or Bonnie Parker. The last question for this week's Supplemental. In 1980, which volcanic eruption devastated part of Washington State. My friend Carl is a survivor of this particular eruption. As I think of all of you, when it comes to a volcanic eruption in the United States of America, I think all of you have only been alive for one of them. And this is the one. It occurred in 1980. It was a volcanic eruption that devastated part of Washington State. And Robert needs the name. You know what? Because you weren't born yet. But that doesn't matter. You have the History Channel. You should know this. I was going to say something funny, but he threw me off there. I'm going to give you your options. And we'll see if we can get you narrowed down there. Yes, I know you weren't born yet. I said that. Your options are, and if you've made a guess prior to me giving you your options, you can change your answer. Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens, or Mount Shasta. These are your options. And again, it's one of the very rare instances, or one of the earliest instances of cameras being pointed at a volcano when it erupted. And the craziest part about this particular eruption is you would think a volcano goes, nope. This one went, just the whole side of the mountain just collapsed. And then it went up. It was phenomenal. Robert is going to say Mount St. Helens. Roger says Mount St. Helens. And I'm just going to guess that what you meant to say was Mount St. Helens, even though it is Mount Helena. Or maybe that's the French way of saying Mount St. Helens. I don't know. But I concur. I believe it was also Mount St. Helens. All right. And that's what we do. We do comedy, we do community, we do charity, we do trivia, and we do your national days of the week. That's what we do on Sunday mornings on this little thing we call the Supplemental. Yeah. Here are the correct answers to this week's This Week in History. Trivia style. There she goes. She got the Mount St. Helens in. Question number 1. All of you that said Bobby Fischer, wrong. So wrong. It was, as I guessed, Gary Kasparov. Question number 2, we all guessed correctly, Alaska. Question number 3, if you guessed anything other than Los Angeles, you were wrong. Question number 4, we all guessed correctly with Amelia Earhart. Question number 5, was in fact Disneyland. Question number 6, Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. And question number 7, Mount St. Helens. I love doing this. I love to get together every Sunday morning and just and goof off a little bit. It's a fun time. It's a great way to start your Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends her love. New episode of the LUNSB Show to be taped shortly. Love you. Now say bye.